Cheers!
Welcome to Movie Bitches! Summer Camp 2023!
Woo!
The Summer Camp continues. This week's theme, all about the Richard Benjamins.
It's all about the Benjamins, what? Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
I like that you pieced together this common thread.
I first things first.
Yes, shout out to our Patreon supporters. $5 a month gets you ad-free early access. $10 gets you access to our viewing parties. Mrs. Winterborn.
Oh my God.
Actually, I feel like
Yeah.
the more fun viewing party, My Stepmother's an Alien.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And I don't think Made in America is available at many places, so have a good time watching that with us too.
Love that. Second thing second, make sure to subscribe, share, click the thumbs up button, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Letterboxd.
So, upon researching this summer camp,
Yes.
I realized how many movies that Richard Benjamin directed that directly affected my childhood
I love
and
that.
that I watched so frequently. And I was like, no, surely not. This was like Alan Silvestri all over again. I was like,
my
what
God.
has happened? What's going on?
He scored my childhood.
Richard Benjamin directed my childhood.
I love that.
So yes, Richard Benjamin, who originally started out as an actor, he's in Last of Sheila and Catch-22 and Westworld and Sunshine Boys, the movie version of the play. He's also in Love at First Bite, which is this terrible...
Is it a shark movie?
No, it's a vampire movie.
Oh, good.
And
That makes
George
sense.
Hamilton is the vampire.
Good.
The tannest man that's ever existed. Dracula. Famously cannot go out in the sun. I don't remember if they make a tanning joke.
Soon you will be under my power. Sleep, dear Count. You're almost asleep by now.
No, you are.
No, you are.
You are.
No, you are.
But I don't think that movie's good, but I do remember watching it frequently. Anyway, all that is to say, he then transitioned into
Directing.
more of a directing career. So this week we're going to talk about three of his most obscure, terribly received films. And also, you know, the oeuvre in general.
Sure.
So yes, Richard Benjamin started out, one of his first movies, or his first movie, is My Favorite Year. Have you seen My Favorite Year? Oh,
I feel like you've talked about it now that I think about it.
it's so good. Peter O'Toole, Mark Lynn Baker. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So My Favorite Year is basically about the writer's room on your Show of Shows.
Oh.
Which was this famously stacked deck of writers, right? Mel Brooks, Woody Allen, Carl Reiner, Sid Caesar obviously was like the star of the show, Larry Gelbart, who did MASH, Neil Simon's brother, whose name is escaping me at this moment. Everyone, like crazy, where you're just like, what? They all worked on the same thing. And so My Favorite Year is about, it's like a Mel Brooks stand-in, which is Mark Lynn Baker, and he has to take care of this drunken movie star that's the guest star of the week on the show. I'm surprised they haven't redone this movie in SNL.
Oh.
Like, that seems like that would, and you get some big star to play themselves.
Sure.
Anyway, but Peter O'Toole is basically playing like an Errol Flynn type, because he's like drunk all the time, and the guys having to chase after him, and oh my God, and whatever. So anyway, so My Favorite Year, he also directed The Money Pit, Shelley Long and Tom Hanks. Obviously, My Stepmother's an Alien, which we will be talking about. He did Mermaids.
Oh, which I just recently watched.
Which I watched a lot.
I thought had to do with actual mermaids.
Doesn't it? No. A soundtrack I was absolutely obsessed with and listened to all the time. Made in America, which we'll be talking about. Milk Money, which is a movie I watched a lot as a child.
Wait, didn't you just talk about that recently?
Yeah, we just did it for How Did This Get Made?
Oh, fun.
You know, it works more than it should. Again, it's a common theme with Richard Benjamin movies where you're like, this shouldn't really work. But it does.
But it does somehow. There's a charm that just does work.
It just comes through. Yeah. So he did Milk Money, Mrs. Winterborn, which we'll be talking about. He did Laughter on the 23rd Floor, which is based also on your Show of Shows.
Love it.
It's Neil Simon wrote a play about the writer's room on your Show of Shows, and then they made it into a movie. You can't find it. This might be worth quite a bit of money.
Wow.
It is unavailable.
Interesting.
And it's Nathan Lane, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Also, finally, he directed Marcy X, a movie that had I watched in my childhood, we would be talking about this week. But I did not see it till later in life. And I would say it is an undiscovered gem.
I agree with that. I watched it at your suggestion and had a great time.
So I think a common theme with all of his movies seems to be fabulous Kunt,
Yep.
unlikely love interest, or
Okay.
and or comedic partner.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Right? Cher, Ricky Lake,
Well, Cher and who's the love interest in
Winona,
that?
right? Oh, Bob Hoskins.
Right.
So it's like Cher and Bob Hoskins? You know, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Yeah, Kim
Dan-
Basinger and Dan
Aykroyd?
Aykroyd?
Natalie Portman.
I guess in Mrs. Winterbourne, they're pretty evenly fabulous.
Sure.
But like unlikely. He's rich and uptight, and she's whatever.
Yeah.
But Ricky Lake, fabulous. Shelley Long, fabulous. Whoopi Goldberg
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Well, and Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson?
and Ted Danson,
Natalie Portman.
Melanie Griffith and Ed Harris. I guess, yeah, why not? And then Lisa Kudrow
Yeah.
and Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
The unlikely pairs.
Right.
The rich versus the poor.
Yep. Yeah, those
white,
are all common themes
white
often.
and black.
Yep.
Alien and humanoid. It's just, there's like we're mixing different things and we're learning something by the end.
Yeah.
So really, it was wild when I went down the list, and it was just how many I watched so frequently.
That is it's interesting. That's a great way of summing up. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of the other, but
Right,
like
yeah.
those also seem kind of specifically comedy and writer related.
Those two, yeah.
Different,
Those are different. Yeah.
But overall, in like most of those movies that I've seen,
Yeah.
those are all kinds of movies that I love.
And they don't really make them.
No, they don't really make that anymore. When I watched Mermaids, I was like, they don't make movies like this anymore.
No.
And I love movies. It's like a bit of a play, right? It's a little bit of a Steel Magnolias type
Yeah.
vibe. And there's not much of a plot per se. There's not much of a...
It's more character driven.
You're just plopped into the life of these
Yeah.
people, of these characters, and you live with them for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And yes, things happen, and yes, they fall in love or whatever, but it's about themes in life. And
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that's not done so often anymore.
No, I'm always happy to bring up Penny Marshall, but that idea
Yes.
of she made movies that were entertaining movies.
Yes.
There's something where I feel like some people forgot that movies are supposed to be entertainment,
Yeah.
and a escape, an experience where you feel better about life afterwards.
Yes, humanity. There's
Mm-hmm.
something about love and coming together across boundaries or across
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
and learning something, right? Ted Danson, asshole, not at the end.
Right.
Love that.
He's grown.
Yeah, that's nice.
So anyway, all that is to say, Richard Benjamin, really quite
Love your work.
love your work, such a fan, and let's talk about it. Tonight specifically, we'll be talking about Made in America from 1993 with 33% on Rotten Tomatoes.
One of the higher ones there.
One
Right,
of
yeah.
the higher ones. A movie that I watched a lot with my family.
And yet I love that your mom literally had no
Idea.
recollection.
Every time I asked my mom, remember when we watched this all the time? She'd be like, I don't know, I was making dinner. I don't know, I was probably doing something. I had 3 kids.
Sure.
She was just like,
I get that. The movie was on, but it meant a
then
lot to you.
It meant a lot to me, and then I'll tell her, I'll go, but remember this joke?
yeah.
And she, oh yeah,
yeah.
we did watch that movie. That's right. So yes, Made in America, a rom-com starring Whoopi Goldberg and
Yeah.
Ted Danson, the unlikely pair.
This also was quite a cast too, like of
Yes.
random people that show. Will Smith.
Will Smith, Nia Long.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And scene-stealing Jennifer Tilly.
They're getting whiter. They're getting whiter! You should bleach your teeth, I swear, it's so cool!
Yes.
She was so fat. Now, those naked cartwheels really stuck out in my mind.
Good.
And I remember that as a visual very distinctly, but also it's weirdly like looped and or reversed.
Oh, up I go, down I go, up I go, down I go, up I go, down.
Oh, God.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher
Okay.
is an uncredited script doctor on this.
Oh.
Just always, a fan of Carrie Fisher.
Yeah. Love that.
Just thought I'd put that out there.
What a weird random thing.
Yeah.
How did they go, like, what series of events led to, hey, Carrie Fisher,
Well, she script doctored a lot of
got you.
scripts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good for
Oh
her.
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, she essentially script doctored Star Wars. I mean, she wrote
Wow.
she punched up a lot of her own
Interesting.
character and dialogue and stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for her.
So we start strong.
Yeah.
Whoopi.
Yeah.
90s.
African queen. She's bicycling through streets of San Francisco.
Oh my God.
Zero cares in the world.
Barreling
Yeah.
through.
Just
You know what, too? I think for the most part, Richard Benjamin movies, their settings are also, I wouldn't say integral to the plot, but you really feel like you were in San Francisco.
Yes.
In Mrs. Winterbourne, you feel like you were in Boston.
Yes.
You know, that kind of...
That's true.
I miss it when you go, that doesn't look like LA, or that doesn't look like...
Right, like, oh, this
wherever.
is generic nonsense place that they've made up
Right.
and it doesn't... No, it's nice when it feels like you are in a... like, everything felt real and lived in. And
Yeah, their freaking dining room table, you know, the plates and the bowl, you're like, yes, that would be what their table settings would be.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel that deeply.
Yeah.
But yes, she owns the African Queen shop, and we start strong, and it's Judy.
Yep.
I could have used more of this character.
Absolutely.
I was
We have to have at
really-
least... You have to, what was he said? It was like, you have to have a true African
a
queen.
true African queen working here.
It would be bad luck if at least one day a week you didn't have a real African queen working on the premises.
I was like, wait, no, bring it back. We really could have gotten rid of Will Smith, I'll be honest, and replaced all of his, not like that he's in love with Nia Long, but just that,
No, but like replace all of the plot points of like
that
the...
he affects. Like
Yeah.
have it be that the fabulous gay friend who works at the shop is the one who sort of drives her around or
Yeah.
helps her with certain things.
Yeah, because he's like a babysitter / friend.
Yeah.
And also then it's like, you know, all of the jokes, I mean, we could cut most of them anyway, but like all of the jokes of Will Smith being like, you're going to take her out to, you know, like, you better,
Right.
you know,
Being like weird and protective and like...
of the girl that, it was weird.
Oh, no, you don't, Miss Thing. You better go put on a jacket.
Oh, no, you don't, Miss Thing. You better go put on a jacket.
You better shut up.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, you can go and flaunt your fun bags any way you please.
They thought he was funnier than I did.
Well, so I would say,
Okay.
I would recommend this movie.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't want to spoil yourself.
I mean, there's not much to spoil per se, but like,
You know, but
whatever.
if you like to, you know.
That's true. I didn't quite know where it was going to go. No. So I like that. Yeah, I would highly recommend this. I really, all three of these movies, I had a great time watching.
Yay!
And Mrs. Winterbourne, this is now my third or fourth time watching it.
It's the best one. It's so good.
It is the best one in that it's like the tightest or something.
The tightest. The script is the best. I
Yeah,
think.
and great. And not that the other casts aren't great, because they are. But I mean,
It just all came together.
It just
like,
did.
I don't know what to tell you. But we're not talking about
we're not
Mrs.
talking about
Winterbourne
that
yet. We're talking about Made in America.
but yeah, no, I would. These, like I said too, these are my kind of movies.
Yeah.
This is the perfect kind of. Oh, it's Friday night. I don't want to go out. I just want something nice. I just want to have
pop
dinner.
on a Richard Benjamin movie.
Honestly, yes. You cannot go wrong, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
If you just want a nice feel-good movie that's an hour and 45 minutes long,
Yeah.
open a bottle of wine and have a good time, Richard Benjamin.
Even the weird ones, he pulls them off.
Yeah. Marcy X was so fun.
It's so good. I really need people to watch it. I feel like it really got buried.
I'm excited because it seems to be a thing that happens, that we'll talk about something.
That's true.
And there's no way to like specifically tie it back to us.
Sure.
Although I feel like Marcy X might be the one where
I mean,
it's like,
I've literally never met another person who has heard of it, seen it, mentioned it. Not a one.
I feel like not a lot of people talked about Sleepaway Camp. I never heard about it except for from you.
Sure.
And then we talked about it and reviewed it.
Yeah.
And then now I feel like I see it everywhere, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Sleepaway Camp this. Just it creeps in. And I have to like in my brain I'm like, that's
Sure.
because we talked about it.
Sure. I'll take it. Maybe we need to review Marcy X.
Maybe. Yes.
We could also do another Richard Benjamin month because there's more to talk about.
I love it.
Made in America, Whoopi Goldberg, Ted Danson, you know, opposites. I'm just going to try and do the plot like a little bit,
Sure.
right? Whoopi Goldberg has a young daughter, Nia Long.
Yep.
And they're doing blood tests, you know, science
Yeah.
blood tests at school. And, well, that's weird. You know, I'm AB negative and neither of my parents are.
Your blood type is A, Charlie's was O, and I just came out AB. Ma, that is not genetically possible.
Reveal. It's a big day for her.
It was a big day.
reveal. Mom, how couldn't you tell me? We'll
Yeah.
get into the details, but I'm just giving you the
I
basic
really
layout.
appreciated this scene
Yeah.
of her, like, how could you not tell me that my dad wasn't my dad or whatever?
I never wanted you to find out like this. I really wanted to tell you before this. I was chicken. And I'm sorry, because this was not the right way for you to find out.
And they, like, take a little walk into the
They
park.
have, you know, Richard Benjamin loves a breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay, you asked the question, I'm going to give you an emotional response.
Yeah, but I appreciated that they had, like, a conversation.
Yeah.
That she's like, this isn't how I wanted you to find out, but I was chicken. I didn't know how to tell you. So here we are, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry that this is how you found out. I was like,
I'm a flawed
what a good
human.
mom.
Oh, she's a great mom. I'm a flawed human.
Yeah.
Basically, the backstory is the love of her life, Charlie, died, and she was so distraught that she needed to have a child in her life. So she goes to a sperm bank and gets impregnated.
Yep.
And has the baby, and she doesn't know who the dad is.
She doesn't know who the dad is. She just said, give me your best,
Smartest,
blackest
blackest
sperm.
sperm. Tall, not too tall.
Yeah, not too tall.
I asked for the best they had. You know, black, smart, not too tall. All the things you are. And look what they made. They made magic. They made you.
And look at you, here you are, and it's perfect. And I was like, that's sweet.
Oh, no, I thought they had great chemistry as
Yes.
mother-daughter
Oh, yes.
and really connected. And they really did take the moments to have her be a mom. You know, when she comes home crying.
Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Mommy's here. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
They have a real emotional moment
I
where she
think
says,
Whoopi
Mommy's
has
here. I'm
great
taking care of you.
maternal...
Oh, yeah.
Is she a mom in real life?
Yeah. She has at least one daughter that
Okay, great.
I am aware of.
She seems like a great... I mean, I don't know about in real life, although I would probably... She seems real. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Whoopi doesn't seem like one of those people that's like a different person.
At home.
at
No, I
home.
think she's just Whoopi.
She's just Whoopi.
You know, yeah.
But like she really on screen, we've seen it multiple times.
Yeah.
And even in like a Sister Act 2 kind of thing, right? Where it's like
Right.
these kids and she's just very maternal. Mm-hmm. I love it.
But it turns out, Nia Long...
I found my real father today, and he's a mean asshole.
What?
tracks down through, you know, computer hacking and breaking into the sperm bank.
Right.
That Ted Danson is her father.
He's a white car salesman.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? White? He's like white?
White.
He's white?
What?
He's white? It took you a minute.
That's the thing. He's white.
You mean he's like a creamy eggshell kind of tan?
No, like white, like totally white, like a white guy.
He's white?
No, you mean that he was so light you thought he was a white guy?
No, he's so light, Ma, he is a white guy.
What do you mean he's white?
He's white.
What do you mean he's white?
That's good. I liked it.
Can we edit that in?
Of course.
Okay, good. He's white.
So anyway, yes, that's the basic plot. You
Yeah.
know,
She's so upset. He's this asshole. He's a car
it's
salesman.
not even the worst part, Mom.
Yeah.
He's a car salesman.
Yep.
Ma, it's even worse.
Oh, please, what?
It's Hal Jackson.
You mean the schmuck on the television with all the animals? How's your pal?
It's my dad.
That's not even the worst part.
He's a white car
salesman.
What? I love this was so, again, I guess kind of refreshing to see on film.
Yeah.
That it was like, they were so upset that
They were
he
so
was
upset that he was white. Right, her whole, you know, vibe is very, you know,
Proud
about
African
proud
woman.
African culture. Her bookstore, you know, the whole
Yep.
the whole thing, and so then the comedy of her daughter's father is a white car salesman. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's
Ted
funny.
Danson.
It's Ted Danson.
Who makes commercials with, you know,
Who
zoo animals.
is very tall.
Yes.
You know.
Not too tall. God, they really fucked that
They
up.
really fucked it up. But yes, oh my God, but I do want to talk about the nurse at the sperm bank.
Okay.
The
yep.
demonic nurse at
Yes.
the...
You
have to fill up the whole cup.
We have magazines as well as videotapes. Which would you prefer?
Would you like tapes or a magazine?
This way, please.
It's funny.
Yes.
Silly, cheeky filmmaking. These movies feel,
Yeah.
to me, if you had told me that Richard Benjamin directed Last Holiday, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I would believe you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that tracks, you know?
Yeah.
Similar sensibility.
Yeah.
Now, if Richard Benjamin had directed Bringing Down the House...
It might have worked.
It might have worked.
Well, they would have taken another pass at that script.
Absolutely.
And I do think that, you know, often when you get actors turned directors, you get more of those character moments. There's more, you know, it's like why Mike Nichols was such, I mean, one of the reasons why he was such a great director is because he started as an actor and then obviously working in the stage. I know that Richard Benjamin did a lot of stage work too, like the rehearsal, all of it, like you just feel it.
Right. Well, and their focus, at least good actors,
Yeah.
on those scenes, those moments, those...
Oh, we need to pause and take this character moment to,
right,
like...
to identify with the emotion that they're feeling.
Honestly, did I tear up in all 3 of these films? I did.
Aww.
I teared up. I went, oh my God, I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
If I've done well in school, it's because I got the message at home that learning was important. I'd like to accept this award in the name of my mother.
Yes, we meet Ted Danson and he and Jennifer. I mean, this is quite an introduction. They are finishing fucking. Then she falls onto his chest.
Jennifer
Tilly.
Yes,
I'm so sorry. Falls onto his chest.
Yeah.
She is wearing a retainer. And then she does naked cartwheels.
Down I go, up I go, down I go, up I go, down.
Oh, God.
One of the greatest introductions to a character in film. I was like, wah, 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 wah. Like it was so much.
So much.
And you're immediately like, fuck yes, I'm obsessed with this crazy person.
This crazy person.
What is going on?
Yeah, she is a fully formed character, and I loved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ted Danson, sleazy car salesman who's, you know, a real rhinestone cowboy. He's got a lot of outfits.
A lot of cowboy-y outfits.
A lot of over-the-top.
A big red pickup truck.
Riding elephants. He's playing with bears.
Wow.
He's...
I mean, the series, I don't know how often he is filming these commercials.
They're doing a lot.
This is great! This is great! That bear has never done that before. Except that once.
But yes, all of the sort of Animals Gone Wild footage, you know, is the meta commentary of the director be like, you keep filming, keep filming,
keep
no matter
rolling,
what.
Yeah.
You cut! It's fabulous! It's all fabulous!
Nia Long wants to confront him and tell him, you know, you're my father and a sperm bank, the whole story.
Yeah.
And he's a complete fucking asshole.
Yes.
And she comes home and says, Mom, I met my real dad and he's an asshole.
Man, why are you telling me this? You need a spare kidney?
People doing business, right? So this scene is set up where Whoopi's come home from work. There's a big pile of food. Dinner's being served.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yep.
Like,
What's
so
wrong?
We
What's
know
happened?
by their reactions, okay, the characters are being developed, right?
Yes.
You know?
Okay, what's going on?
I'm just making dinner.
This is major.
I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about it. Okay, when are you going to tell me? Did this horrible thing happen? Did this horrible thing happen? Oh, no. And, you know, and so, but they're not just sitting.
You didn't get accepted to MIT. Are you pregnant? Listen, stop this, stop. For 1 second, tell me what's going on.
Right. No, they have
you know,
real lives. And I just can't express enough how rare that is these days, and I don't know why.
I don't know why.
And I don't know why. I don't know why.
Are people that make movies real people? Who? Like, it's so weird to me.
Yeah.
It's like, what do they do? Where do you live? Maybe they don't have time, right? Maybe like people that are making movies now, it's just like they Postmates dinner after they work all day, and so they don't really have any lives.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Just the little touches of business, of things.
Of quirks, of characters, of she made this whole feast. What's she trying to cover up, or what's wrong? What'd you do that now you're trying to make?
Are you pregnant?
Exactly. So, quick commercial break, and we will be back with more Whoopi.
Can't have enough.
Never, honestly.
There's so many lines that I remember distinctly from childhood. The whole part where they all go to his office to confront him, and Whoopi Goldberg, they just won't leave him alone. I mean, they just keep showing up at his place of work.
Yes.
And, you know, it gets increasingly more funny. And she's yelling at him, how dare you do this? And then Nia Long shows up. Oh my God, Mom, this is his office.
Yep.
This is his office.
Ma, this is his office. Now let's go.
I know this is his office. Of course. And the Titty Sisters. This is absolutely his office. Why don't you just butt out?
I'd love to butt out, but it's my office.
And do you mind if I smoke? Yes, I do. Mom, it's his office. I know, but these are my lungs.
Does anyone mind if I have a cigarette?
Yes, I do mind.
Ma, this is his office.
But these are my lungs. Let him kill himself and not me.
Like, I really remember that. I really remember him when they go, he takes her home because she's too drunk to ride her bicycle. And him saying, I gotta go drain the lizard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was very distinct.
And she goes, what? Does that mean you have to go to the bathroom?
Do you mind if I come in and drain the lizard?
If you drain the... Does that mean you have to go to the bathroom?
But they had such a fun, you know, opposites, bickering, you know, I hesitate to say Hepburn and Tracy, but, you know, that kind of thing.
Chemistry, yes.
You know, where you are excited by their interactions.
Yes.
And you find them to be very entertaining and funny.
I agree.
Are you giving me face?
What the hell's that mean?
Oh my gosh. Speaking of her store, they get back for him to drain the lizard, and there are these two women that had come in earlier.
We can't find the wedding books.
Over by the voodoo dolls.
Oh.
Right, but earlier.
These two, like, weird, rich, crazy white ladies.
Yeah.
That come in. We're looking for a wedding, and we're looking for books on marriage, and she's like, well, I don't know, I'm on the phone, fuck y'all.
Who are you people? Shut up! Get away from my counter. I'm busy. Go over there until I finish this conversation, and then I will help you. Well, all right.
And then
she
literally just locks them in there, and then comes back, and they have put on all of this garb. We didn't realize how awful
we had been to you.
I am so sorry, dear. I really had no idea. We'd done so many awful things. Hello.
But they were just so naivete, right?
Yes.
That sort of just, oh boy, you know.
That sounded like a drag name.
Naivete.
Naya Vitae.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
We solved our racism by being locked in this African store for 4 hours.
Right,
You know what I mean? It's
right.
just like, great. And they're, how much is this shirt?
Do the Urban Bushwoman t-shirts come in petite?
What exactly is an urban bushwoman?
Me! I'm an urban bushwoman. I'm an urban bushwoman.
Oh.
This was very much like 90s. This sort of like
especially San Francisco. That was such a 90s thing.
And the sort of all the African garb and the style and the bright colors and all of that was very 90s. And this sort of take on black and white and the conflicts was very 90s.
Yes.
And mining that for comedy and doing it really well.
Yeah,
I mean, you've got two just absolutely fucking charismatic movie stars starring in this. So it's hard to go wrong.
Sure.
But I think they really make it sing.
I think you could have easily, or it certainly
I'm just
wouldn't
saying
have gone
the two
as
of them
well.
really,
Yes.
you know, elevate elevate it. Nia Long rides that line of that sort of precipice of adulthood and still being a child really well.
Yes.
Like I think
she's 17, but she's clearly capable and smart.
Right,
and
but she's vulnerable and still needs protection or still needs to be, you know, she still wants that mother figure and she's looking for her father figure.
Right.
You know, she's kind of having somewhat of an identity crisis. Like she's going to go away and it's all that sort of, everything's changing, you know, and I thought she did a really good job of she's ageless. But throughout the movie, you're like, wow, she looks like a full adult. And then sometimes you're like, no, she's so young and naivete, you know, but acts that.
Yeah.
And just really sells it. I thought she was great.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, also, I was having PTSD. So Ted Danson at some point is at home and he's watching the end of The Little Princess.
Oh, right.
Daddy! Oh, Daddy! I found you. They said you were dead.
My best friend and I growing up watched all the time and cried and were so scarred by Shirley Temple's command performance. Don't you recognize me, Daddy? I was like, oh Oh my God. This was also the same friend that I watched Beaches with all the time.
Oh no.
I think we just
so
liked
much
we
crying.
liked a good cry. My Girl, we watched that a lot. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, I guess we had that kind of friendship. It was like, let's cry together.
Right, so she shows up and he's filming a different commercial. I like too that it's like, it seems that he's always filming a commercial.
Yeah.
And they're always showing up to fuck up the commercial.
Yeah.
So at first it was, she shows up to say, I'm your daughter, and then the bear turns around and mauls, or he turns around and then the bear mauls him.
Right.
And then this time Whoopi shows up with her bell
on
her
her
bike
bicycle.
that is the trigger for the elephant. So then the elephant starts following, go up and down, and then it starts following her on the bike. And she thinks it's chasing her. So it is chasing her, but yeah. So then this whole absurd elephant chase scene through the streets of San
Francisco. This must have cost a pretty penny.
I mean, maybe. They did do it in a smart way that, like, it wasn't ever, it wasn't like, there's a Transamerica building and an elephant.
They're running across the Golden Gate Bridge.
No, it wasn't that.
It was no Hudson Hawk.
No, shutting down the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. We'll get there. She tosses her bike.
She abandons
the bike into some weird pool.
Yeah.
And then the elephant goes in after it.
Yeah.
He comes out looking like Carmen Sandiego.
Well, the hat had really fallen into a more feminine shape, let's say.
Yes.
And there's just red head to toe. The suits he was wearing.
Oh, were so much.
And the Nia Long's style really in this movie is so great. She's got like this cropped burnt orange denim jacket. And then at one point she's wearing, it's like this tie-dye denim vest that's cropped with these little cute shorts and the whole thing. Oh, I was really into her style.
This is the kind of 90s style that I'm down for coming back.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah.
Not the Rhinestone Cowboy.
No. To be clear.
Only on a very specific night.
Oh
my God. I forgot and I was like...
You're like, what are you doing?
I was scandalized. What's happening?
No, what do you... Yeah.
I need to talk to you.
Oh, hey, you think you could help me with this? I kind of got stuck. Here, just hold on to this. Now, when I say go, you pull. All right? Go.
You've got Detroit on line 4.
The fashion was really on point. So I looked up the costume designer.
Okay, good. I feel like we made a note and you were
Costume designer summer. It's Elizabeth McBride. You don't know. It's fine.
Okay,
I didn't either. But this is exciting stuff.
Great.
She did the costumes for True Stories, the David Byrne directed Fancy Driving out here.
Yep. It's fancy driving, all right.
You know that clip?
Oh, yeah.
But there's like a whole crazy, amazing, surreal fashion show that happens in
I
the middle
love
of that
that.
movie. So like, yes.
The dream will come true. It's all me, my face. Dream, I dream. Look at me, dream. I'm to go on the go of your life. Darling.
She did Tapeheads, which is like a really awesome, weird movie. Driving Miss Daisy, That movie has come up so frequently.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it, but it has come up so frequently. Somebody directed it that we just talked about.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the director of Her Alibi.
I love it.
Wow. Things just keep coming together.
Circles.
Oh my God. Thelma and Louise.
Oh.
Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh.
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank
Redemption.
Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption. Chicago! You're out of there! Go on, you're gone.
Another movie, Fried Green Tomatoes, that I feel
Yeah.
like is that kind of movie they don't really make anymore.
No.
I guess I didn't see where the Craw Moms...
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm excited about whatever the fuck this is. The Craw Moms?
Where the crawdads say...
Yeah, it's that sort of like based on a book that, probably had more humor in the translation to television, to film, and, dealt with female friendship and drama and,
there was a joke that was going around on Twitter that was like, crawdads? What about the Craw Moms? So
that's why I got it.
Where
the Craw Moms sing.
Because it's also like for women. It's
Sure.
like a mom movie.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
Well, good for her. Elizabeth
McBride. Really. Yeah. True Stories, really. If you haven't seen True Stories, High recommend.
Linda, Larry, there's no concept of weekends anymore.
So business is booming. I was waiting for it to become that he was going to give her a scholarship that she needed.
Right.
Or, like, here's the money.
You know what? She earned it herself. She won that Westinghouse award plaque and a full ride to MIT. I was like, damn, girl.
Well, I love that, but we will talk about the weird presentation of this award.
Oh, very strange.
I feel like we could have wrapped up the graduation scene in 3.5 less minutes.
Sure.
But whatever.
That was when I teared up.
She has made it her life's work to educate people. And I am so lucky to be one of them.
When she was giving her mom. When
It was
she
so
was talking
sweet
to her mom.
when she was like, I have to give this award to my mom
Yeah.
because it was really nice.
It's like,
she's dedicated her
That's
life
right.
to teaching and
Yeah.
whatever. I was like,
but anyway,
oh, right.
In an unlikely turn of events, Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg end up going on a date
Oh,
and
yeah.
are down to fuck.
Oh, they really are.
May I? May you what?
Smell you.
I thought you already did that.
Oh, well. Oh, I could get lost in that smell. I could just close my eyes and no one would ever find me.
And he is just like, wow, you smell amazing. I could smell you
The scent, he was really turned him on. I don't know. Maybe, you know what?
What?
Speculation.
Okay.
It's not true, but speculation. So they go to sushi.
Uh-huh.
And he's fish out of water.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Oh,
been here
and
before.
ate the wasabi.
Ate the whole thing of wasabi.
Cleared his sinuses.
Yes.
What the hell?
No, no! I'll buy you another.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir.
Here. Take this.
Wow, that wasabi really clears your nose. I wonder how long it's gonna last.
How long it'll last?
You know that mustard really clears up the nasal passages. I like it. I wonder how long it's gonna last.
I remember this so distinctly, him eating the wasabi.
I feel like you've shown me this clip before.
Like, that really stuck out for
Love
whatever
it.
reason. I
Love
remember
it.
thinking as a kid that I thought it was avocado. And then I thought, he must have thought it was avocado too.
Oh.
But anyway, so yeah, he eats the whole wasabi. The entire restaurant laughs at him.
Yep.
Ha 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 ha. And, but that's why she smells so good. He can smell
can
for
smell
the first
now.
time in
Yeah.
decades.
Yeah, really cleared those sinuses out.
Because, he dulled his senses with all those cigarettes, you know.
I was going to say all the cocaine, but that was a different movie.
Different film. Anyway, there's a great pottery smashing moment when they are whirlwinding the house.
Yes, they're so passionately
knocking
making
off.
out.
What happened to the lamps?
Oh, they must have fallen over.
Oh, weird.
What happened to the lamps?
I guess it fell over.
I do want to mention Jennifer Tilly. I mean, just every single scene
Yes.
she's in is electric. But Jennifer Tilly playing sexy patty cake with man with strong hands.
Sorry, I got hung up, sweetheart.
Patty cake?
Yeah.
Patty cake?
Patty cake! Patty cake! Is that true?
Take comfort, son. You're not the first man whose wife played patty cake on him.
Yeah. But this was all funny. I mean, she was great. She was great.
I know what you're going to say. Nobody listens to the violin anymore. And that's true, but you know what? You could make them do it by playing it in a whole new way. Like, for example, more bluesy, perhaps, or rap!
This is the role I feel like if this movie was made now, Rachel Sennett would, that sort of like big, broad, crazy character.
What happened to his house? I mean, we were going to buy a fight over splitting him up.
So then the movie takes a dramatic
turn.
I bet you didn't think that the last third of this movie, Whoopi would be in a coma. But she is, in fact. And it brings everyone together.
Yes. Well, and this is, convenient or whatever. They have, now's when we ask that you guys donate blood while you're here or whatever.
Right.
And so they go and give blood. And then it's revealed Ted Danson is type O.
They want you to give some more blood. You're AB negative, and that's kind of rare. And they took some of mine, too. I'm O.
It is revealed that he is not her real dad, that there's a mix-up in the file room, and, you know.
You said that like a banana in the tailpipe.
Banana in my tailpipe.
We're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Those are all mix-up in the file room. It kind of became Don Knotts there at the end.
But while we're waiting, I'm sure there's all kinds of things we can talk about.
This sort of tenuous biological connection was sort of what was keeping them together. So they sort of, you know, have a moment of like, well, did we really like each other?
Right,
or was it just sort of that and what's this? And oh my gosh, and all of that.
I guess you probably want to go back to work or something.
You probably need your rest, huh?
It all comes together. She's graduating. She gives this beautiful speech. I teared up. Ted
Whoopi
Danson
Goldberg
shows
has a
up.
fabulous cane.
Fabulous cane.
She's walking up to get her daughter's award re-gifted to her.
Well, it was a lot of book club 2 where I was like, if I was actually attending this ceremony, I would be like, get on with it. What's happening?
Yeah.
I can't. You're not mic'd. I don't know that you're having an emotional moment. I didn't just watch this whole movie. I'm just attending this graduation.
Exactly. It is very main character energy.
Very main character energy.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to see, you know.
Your daughter graduated.
Yeah.
I know that 1,000 of you have just graduated, but this is a really important moment for the movie that we're shooting, so it's you know, whatever. And he shows up and professes his love.
Yeah.
And professes and her dad.
Yes.
This is my mom. And
Your dad.
my dad.
And then there's a somewhat impromptu musical number over the credits.
Love that. A little
Rap song, you gotta stand up.
Yeah.
It goes a little something like this.
And
there's a lot of talk about HIV. It was weird.
Yeah, I heard that lyric as well, and I was like, what now?
You can't forget about the HIV, because that's another negative thing in your life too, G.
Yeah.
And then it showed up again, and I was like, wait, what? I didn't catch it again. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it was like HIV.
You can't forget about the HIV, because that's another negative thing in your life too, G.
A lot of negativity in the world or something. I was like,
Fine
what?
by me. It was, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But there was so much talk of blood types and blood.
True.
And so I wasn't quite sure, but they do have essentially a musical number over the credits. And
I guess, you know,
has a
better
dance party.
than the infamous words of Showgirls. Everybody got AIDS and shit.
It was a little more nuanced than that.
Man, everybody got AIDS and shit. You know, what is it that you...
So anyway, that was Made in America.
Great. A+. I mean...
You know.
A-.
A-.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. And I think it was kind of fun to introduce you to a Whoopi movie you'd never seen, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. I still haven't seen... Isn't she in Ghost?
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Yeah. She won her Oscar for Ghost.
What?
What? But
I thought it was like a joke movie.
What? I mean, everyone took it really seriously at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Would you watch Ghost? 'Cause
Sure.
it is a piece of history.
Right. I mean, it's been on the list.
And I want to say that one of the Zucker brothers and or Jim Abrams directed it.
Wow.
I think that's true.
Wow.
So it's really just coming together.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Zucker brothers throughout.
Yep.
And Jim Abrams throughout the summer camp. But I'm going to say, I think that's true.
Cool. Love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but this, I would be more likely to recommend Made in America to you than Ghost because it's your kind of movie. So
It
I was
is my kind
excited to share that with you.
Yes, thank you.
And Whoopi.
Yeah. Well, I will say cheers to Whoopi.
Yes!
And make sure to come back later this week for
part 2.
And 3.
And 3.
This is a 3-parter. Pretty great.
Yeah.
So we have My Stepmother's an Alien and Mrs. Winterbourne. Lots of exciting things. So
Get
cheers.
into it.